The Brandy Lane Debrief. In a world of noble paladins and dangerous hellspawn bent on the destruction of the world, there is the Order of the Dark Ostrich. They take themselves very seriously, exceptionally so. Like and subscribe for the next serious mandatory briefing. Sister Superior Deborah Lambert began the session by straightening the parchment before her with ceremonial deliberateness. The room, already stiff with formality, seemed to tighten further. She said quietly,
"For the record, we will commence with a roll call. Please state your full names, titles, and any other pertinent facts relevant to this inquiry."
Helena Davenport sat up very straight and began with cheerful precision. She said softly,
I am novice Helena Davenport of the Sisters Militant, currently assigned to field training under Sir Jason Talbot. I assisted in the inspection of Brandy Lane Inn and its surroundings.
Jason Talbot followed with far less enthusiasm. He said in a tired monotone,
I am Sir Jason Talbot, Knight of the White Kingfisher, on secondment to the Order of the Dark Ostrich, presently tasked with the practical instruction of the aforementioned novice.
Deborah inclined her head approvingly. She said evenly,
"Thank you. And I, Sister Superior Deborah Lambert of the Order of the Dark Ostrich, sole presiding arbiter. And now, Sir Jason, if there is any further fact you deem relevant to this inquiry, you may add it."
Jason gave a long, resigned blink. He said softly,
Yes, Sister Superior. To my endless embarrassment, she is my niece.
Deborah remained composed. She said quietly,
"Thank you, Sir Jason. Though I would caution you respectfully to refrain from unnecessary superlatives during a formal briefing."
Jason answered at once. He said calmly,
Of course, Sister Superior.
Deborah folded her hands. She said evenly,
"We shall now begin the formal debrief regarding your claim of wicked and/or heretical activity at Brandy Lane Inn."
Deborah gestured for Helena to proceed. Helena leaned forward with righteous conviction and said softly,
Sister Superior, the moment we entered the inn, the innkeeper revealed his allegiance to evil. He served Sir Jason my water and served me his ale. Clearly, a deliberate attempt at poisoning.
Jason replied in the clipped, exhausted tone of a man spiritually defeated. He said in a tired monotone,
He misheard. Novice Helena seized my drink before I touched it.
Helena added earnestly.
Assassins often rely on mishearing.
Deborah paused mid-quill stroke. She said quietly,
"Do they indeed?"
But then she added a new question, one that no sane investigator would ask. She said softly,
"Novice Helena, when the innkeeper swapped the drinks, was his wrist angled at a suspicious degree?"
Helena nodded with seriousness. She said earnestly,
Yes, Sister Superior. 45 degrees precisely.
Jason blinked. He said evenly,
What? How is that relevant, Sister Superior?
Sister Superior smiled and said,
"All processes and protocols must include a careful measurement of wrist angles."
Helena answered,
Protocol 11 says to always assume hostile geometry.
Jason froze. He said flatly,
That is not what Protocol 11 says.
Deborah, misinterpreting both of them, simply nodded and wrote it down. Deborah then said quietly,
"You mentioned further suspicious activity. Please continue, Novice Helena."
Yes, Sister Superior.
Helena said brightly.
Behind the stables, I observed a scoundrel burying a body. He crouched in a pit, shoveling devilish yellow soil onto a corpse. His expression was black and murderous, intent on immediate bodily harm to my person.
Jason exhaled audibly. He said flatly,
It was a 12-year-old chimney sweep's apprentice, covered in soot from his last chore. The devilish soil in question hay. The shovel was a pitchfork.
Deborah tapped her notes thoughtfully. Then she asked one of her new, deeply unhelpful questions. She said quietly,
Novice Helena, did the child exhibit other suspicious behavior?
Helena said confidently.
Yes, extremely suspicious breathing.
Deborah wrote this down with a contemplative hum and asked,
And Sir Jason, I presume you checked the aforementioned chimney.
Jason said.
Yes. The only mortal remains were that of an overly rotund man dressed in red and white furs.
Jason noticed Deborah scribbling away furiously and realized she had not caught his sarcasm. She asked the next absurd question.
Soot is often used in minor rituals. Did you sense any ritualistic soot?
Helena gasped. She said earnestly.
I knew it.
Jason lowered his face into his hands. Deborah continued. She said evenly.
Let's move on. Did you detect any unusual behavior among the livestock?
Helena nodded eagerly. She said,
Yes, all seemed in order, save that most of the foul creatures glared at me quite aggressively. One chicken, however, showed distinct signs of mutation. Longer neck, an oversized beak, strange clucking noises, an evil sound.
Jason replied flatly.
It was a duck.
Helena insisted earnestly.
It looked at me with malice.
Deborah considered this. Then she said quietly,
Novice Helena, did the mutated chicken, possibly goose, exhibit intermediary forms?
Helena said with solemn conviction.
Several. Its posture shifted between arrogance and guilt. A clear sign.
Deborah hummed non-committally, jotting notes. Deborah proceeded. She asked calmly,
Were there predators present on the premises?
Jason answered quickly, hoping for escape. He said,
Yes. The farm owners failed to separate their fowl and allowed a formidable predator to roam free.
Deborah's eyebrows lifted. She said quietly,
A predator?
Helena nodded gravely. She said softly,
Lean, cunning, swift, terrifying to the hens.
Deborah leaned in. She said evenly.
Describe it.
Jason said with defeat.
It was a cat.
Helena clarified earnestly.
A suspicious cat.
Jason added softly.
It was asleep.
Helena replied gravely.
Before it pretended not to be.
Jason sighed. He said in a weary monotone,
It yawned. Novice Helena interpreted the yawn as a form of witchcraft.
Deborah frowned thoughtfully. She said,
Did the cat exhibit any omen-like behavior? For example, blinking? Swishing of its tail, perhaps?
Helena answered.
Yes, both of these.
Jason muttered to himself. Deborah turned to Jason. She said quietly,
Now, Sir Jason, do you believe heresy was present at Brandy Lane Inn?
Jason answered flatly.
None. Not a trace. The inn suffered only ordinary rural difficulties, poor maintenance, confused livestock, and imaginative novices.
Helena replied earnestly.
But Sister Superior, the pattern is unmistakable. Poisoning attempts, secret burials, corrupted animals, predators.
Jason interrupted evenly.
Ale, hay, poultry, and a cat.
Deborah ignored him and instead asked softly,
Novice Helena, did you inspect the vegetables?
Jason murmured softly.
What?
Helena said brightly,
Yes, Sister Superior. One carrot pointed due east. Highly suspicious.
Deborah nodded thoughtfully. She said quietly,
East is occasionally associated with troubling influences.
Jason replied flatly.
It is also associated with sunrise.
Deborah folded her hands. She said quietly,
Let me ensure the facts are correct. You encountered a corrupted innkeeper who attempted to poison Sir Jason.
Helena nodded helpfully. She said softly,
Yes, Sister Superior.
Deborah continued, unbothered.
And then a grown man was discovered burying a horse behind the stable.
Jason closed his eyes. Helena frowned and said softly,
It might have been a horse. My memory is a little hazy.
Helena sat straighter. She said earnestly,
To clarify, Sister Superior, the innkeeper distinctly angled his poisoning wrist at 60 degrees, possibly 70. The child was burying several bodies, perhaps as many as 5, and the mutated chicken, or goose, or both, made an evil barking sound.
Jason stared hopelessly forward. Deborah inhaled with bureaucratic solemnity. She said evenly,
It appears we have established the following facts. A geomantically hostile wrist angle directed a poisoned ale toward novice Helena. A chimney-dwelling necromantic youth attempted to bury multiple hay corpses. Mortal remains of one rotund-looking fellow with a white beard in a aforesaid chimney. A shape-shifting chicken-duck hybrid emitted heretical barks. A strategic cat performed sleep hypnosis. And a carrot attempted an eastward ritual.
Jason whispered.
That is not what we said.
Deborah ignored him. She continued softly.
Furthermore, Protocol 11 requires us to assume any suspicious angles are demonic in origin, and as Sir Jason has testified,
Jason stiffened.
cats yawning can indeed be a sign of strategic heresy.
Jason whispered.
That is not what protocol.
Helena nodded solemnly.
He did, Sister Superior. I heard him.
Jason made no sound but regretted everything. Deborah closed her ledger. She said evenly,
In conclusion, it is conclusive that forces of evil were unquestionably active at Brandy Lane Inn. Further investigation shall commence at once.
Helena beamed. Jason sagged. Appendix. Footnote to Inquiry File 14B. Later investigations by senior paladins revealed that the Brandy Lane Inn's owner was a heretical worshipper of Baal who routinely poisoned victims. Their bodies were discovered in the barn. Significant corruption was found among the livestock, and the creature previously identified by Sir Jason Talbot as an ordinary cat was determined to be a pig. These findings should be considered when evaluating novice Helena Davenport's observational abilities and Sir Jason Talbot to be commended for exceptional patience. Sister Deborah Lambert to be considered for management appointment. The end.